Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for ScubaRadio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling the radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that ScubaRadio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for ScubaRadio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. Man, we got a fun show planned for you today. It might be just very well maybe the first time ever that we've done that, I think.
I was hoping for a good show one of these weeks.
Really? Well, I mean, what are the odds, though? That's the big question.
Oh, astronomical.
Yeah, not likely.
Not great.
No, not likely at all. I mean, we got some special guests today on the show that, could actually bring things up a notch, you think?
Well, one can only hope.
One can hope, one can dream. It is possible. But before we bring on our special guests and the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad, we have to welcome a new ScubaRadio sponsor. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Great. Things are looking up there.
Yeah. Things are opening back up. I got my COVID shot. You got your COVID shot. Jerry, the diver guy, got his COVID shot this week. So we're vaccinated, at least halfway there.
Right.
I got the first shot this week. So we're getting ready to do some traveling. And, business is starting to pick up in the dive industry as people look forward to traveling and at least get back in the water and do some local diving at the bare minimum. And that means that the manufacturers, the people with the great ideas to make our diving activities just that much more fun and exciting are starting to come out of the woodwork. And, we are supported by advertisers. And here's our latest one.
Ever wondered how to get those underwater photos with the divers surrounded by fish? Here's a photo pro tip. Put some stank on it.
Wow, fish love you. Never seen anything like it.
Want to know my secret?
Put some stank on it.
It was amazing. The fish came right up to my mask.
Stank stands for smell that air never kills. Rub copious amounts of stank all over your face, chest, neck, legs, and buttocks and become irresistible to marine life.
Oh, what is that rank smell?
Stank chemically simulates rotting fish without the bloody mess of chum or cumbersome meat necklace.
What the hell?
The fish think you're one of them.
That's nasty.
Put some stank on it. One dose is all it takes. It doesn't wash off in water or ever.
Wait, you mean this shit's never coming off?
Hey, I didn't see any fish.
Put some stank on it. Smell that air never kills. Stank. Use only as directed, not to be taken orally, not for nasal insertion. Keep away from eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and rectum. Not responsible for alienation, ostracization, loss of job, friends, or marital separation, and or divorce.
You know what?
Big disclaimer there.
Did we? I don't think we previewed that.
Well, I knew about it because I voiced it.
Yeah.
I just assumed you were cool with it. I mean, I got the script and.
Did the check clear?
Not yet. We're on a 90-day cycle.
Yeah.
Shut up, Harry.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay.
I can show you.
He didn't see any fish.
Ostracization.
Okay.
Ostracization.
Anyway, I don't know.
That's hard to say really fast.
Stank would be a product that, I would avoid at all costs. It doesn't sound like it, really solves a problem as efficiently.
It's supposed to bring the fish to you. It's supposed to attract the fish.
But, you don't need that. I mean, we're going to talk to the ScubaRadio Scuba Squad about that, but we have a special guest. Jim Abernathy is with us via Zoom today. Jimmy, how are you, buddy? Long time no chatter. What's going on?
I'm doing great, and I also got my vaccine today, so
okay.
I'm really doing great now.
There you go. See?
Yeah.
We are one and the same. So, yeah, but the thing is, Jimmy doesn't need stank. He needs, he has a new technique he was willing to share with us today on how to bring the sharks in particular to you. And, Jimmy is he's another legend in the dive industry. He was the first guy I went out on a liveaboard trip with back in the day, and we did some crazy shark dive stuff. I'll never forget it. It was, you never forget your first time.
That's awesome.
On a shark dive. And I was lucky enough to do it with Mr. Abernathy. But Jimmy is, he's kind of a shark whisperer in his own right. He's been doing it for years. If you see us on YouTube today or Facebook Live, you can see the videos behind Himmy. Not Himmy, but Jimmy Abernathy.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing the shark's nose. What is that? Is that a, what kind of shark is that?
That's
Jimmy?
a lemon shark, and that's what I wanted to tell you about. For the last 8 years, I guess I've been out to sea too much, but
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago it's been since I was on your station.
It's been a while, yes, no doubt.
But I was thinking back earlier in the day. Remember the Halloween thing we did during 2001?
Oh, I had blocked that out years ago, but yes, I vaguely, when you bring, it's kind of like a flashback, like PTSD kind of stuff.
Years ago, or you blocked it out years ago?
Yeah, maybe a combination of the two, but yeah, they were all good times. Yeah.
For the last 8 years, since I did the world's most viral shark conservation piece called Tigress Sharks, I've been teaching people how to make friends with wild sharks in a single day, to the point that the shark follows them around in order to get more love and affection. And I do this without feeding them. So
There's no stank involved. That product, we don't need it. You're saying that's solving a problem that doesn't exist. I love it.
That's absolutely correct. And as you can see, I chose the smaller sharks. The lemon shark, I believe, only grows to 11 feet. This one's probably only 9.
Yeah, right.
And you can see that they are very much awake. It's not catatonic immobility.
Yeah.
And they're thriving on it. After the shark realizes who you are, we've even had the shark follow their new human friend around, stop swimming in front of them, stand up on their pectoral fins in order to get their head rubbed.
That is awesome. So you're like rubbing them just under the nose with the what Emperor Lazzini or yeah, that's what I said.
I always get that when I go for Italian.
Yeah.
That's the favorite spot right there.
Yeah, so
it works throughout their whole body.
Okay, but you got to get these lemon sharks up to that position where you get them comfortable, and that's something that you're showing people how to do these days, or you do it, and then what?
We've been there now. Started this in '97, and we've been on location 25 days a month, except for the pandemic. Pretty much all that time, and. Because, so now we're part of the ecosystem. In fact, the sharks, you'll have to come again. The sharks actually chase us to our anchorage.
Yeah, no, most people don't like that, Jimmy, just so we're clear. But
we love it.
Yes, as divers,
it's so nice. I mean, nothing says let's go shark diving more than a pile of sharks.
Right.
In the boat. I mean,
yeah.
Or let's go night shark diving, whatever the case may be, depending on the light.
But, where do you do this?
Well, this is at the world-renowned Tiger Beach.
Okay, over there in the Bahamas.
Awesome.
Yeah, in the Bahamas, north of West End.
All right. So how many people or divers did you go through before you figured this technique out? That's what everyone's asking right now.
I like your terminology. How many divers did I go through? You mean that we're just disappeared completely?
No, I kid.
The lawyers won't allow him to say.
I know you are. Of course, now is the days when you can kid around like that, and it's actually known that it's not true, because the diving community knows that sharks aren't dangerous, except for 1 week of the year where they're absolutely man killers, right?
Yeah, Shark Week, right? Exactly.
Yeah, Shark Week. Yeah, so but this happens year round, although there's more lemon sharks during the winter months when the hammerheads and the bull sharks are there as well.
Nice. Well, it's an impressive video. Once again, you can see this on YouTube and Facebook while we do the show today. And, of course, they could go to Jimmy Abernathy or Jim Abernathy Scuba Adventures, or what's the website people can go to these days?
Scuba-adventures.com.
Okay, there you go. And you'll take them out, show them this new technique. And basically you're just using this this thing that you've developed over the years to bring people closer to the animals, get the pictures, and just see them in a way that dispels that myth that, they're man-eaters, because they're not.
The misrepresentation of sharks.
Yeah.
It's by far the very best way that I can turn a normal shark diver into a hardcore conservationist. There's something about connecting with a wild animal. And if you think about it from a different perspective, what person in the world do you know that is actually teaching anyone how to make friends with any apex predator, land or sea? Do you know of anyone?
Can you think of one, CJ? No, can't. I'm stumped.
How ironic is it that the only person that's doing this worldwide happens to be using the animal that most people are the most scared of? Isn't that strange?
It is strange. It's crazy. It's nutty. But I feel honored to have Jim Abernathy as a friend of Scuba Radio, sharing his insights to sharks. And we got more with him next, right here on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Need an escape from reality for a while? Your favorite scuba action star, Mike Scott, is back in an all-new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys: Reefs Under Pressure. From the brilliant mind of author Eric Douglas comes the thriller that started it all. Listen as Mike unravels the death of a girl, the protest of new development, and the systemic destruction of coral reefs, all against the stunning backdrop of Grand Cayman Island. This one's got it all: submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface. When he was ready and completely relaxed, he wrapped his arms through the straps of the seat cushion and gently slid into the water.
Dive back into adventure with Cayman Cowboys. Also available, Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish. Download all 5 audiobooks now at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, or audible.com.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hi, this is Neil Watson, the Dive God.
And I'm Peter Hughes.
These guys come from legend. They're basically gods.
We've been around the block a time or two with the diving industry.
But I've never heard something as nutty as this.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
God's friggin' gift to humanity.
Now here's a guy I've been putting up with for over 20 years.
Greg, the Dive Master.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
Now beat it, loser.
And by the way, Greg, it's Peter Huge.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm not going to, argue with a legend. So I am Greg the Dive Master. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. CJ is in the studio with me.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, and connected via the web, we have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. That's Barry the Bugger, Jimmy, our Bubble Boys, we like to call them. Vinny Two Tanks with us, Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, and Commando Kyle make up the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. But we also have Jimmy Abernathy, who is the, I don't know, do you like being called the Shark Whisperer, Jimmy? Or
I don't care. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay, because, he just interacts with sharks and stuff in a way that few people have been able to pull off over the years. He's a legend, in his own right, doing this. It's pretty remarkable. And we got Facebook Live going and YouTube. He has a video behind him of him literally just, like petting the undernose of a lemon shark. And this is a technique you've developed over the years. It's not in tonic immobility. It's just like he just seems to like it. It's like petting a dog or something. And you found that sweet spot for the shark. Is that right, Jimmy?
Absolutely. And our guests do this on every trip for the last 8 years.
Wow.
And although the crew interacts with, we use interaction like this in order to gain the shark's trust to remove hooks. Myself, I've removed hundreds of hooks from 8 species. All the sharks like this that we've been able to try this with. In fact, they prefer affection to fish.
Well, there you go. So they are coming up to the divers because of this technique that you've developed and looking for a rub down kind of thing. It's like a underwater massage parlor for sharks or something, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah. In fact, I have a picture somewhere of 8 people rubbing one shark for 35 minutes.
Wow.
Which, can you imagine that shark going back to his buddies and trying to explain his day?
Yeah, really. I was saying, hey, man, I went over to the massage parlor, ended up turning into an orgy or something. I don't know. That's not appropriate. But regardless, it is remarkable when you see the sharks react the way they do like this. It really does change people's perception of these quote unquote man eaters that we see reported and stuff. And, we're getting a little bit more educated over the years. I think more people are getting, especially, when they get into diving with sharks, they realize they're not going to eat them and that kind of thing. Commando Kyle, what say you? What do you think?
Yeah. So the shark you're rubbing, like right there on that nose, I know that's where they got a lot of nerve endings and that sort of stuff, where they have a lot of their sensory stuff.
Right.
What's actually going on right now when you're rubbing that? What's going on what's making the shark just stay there, I guess?
Yeah.
Well, it's they're actually speaking this out now. The sharks have become a lot more comfortable in our presence because we've been there over 20 years and 25 days a month. So except for the pandemic, but so they're extremely relaxed to begin with, and it's not easy to do this. You have to gain this trust for the shark.
Yeah.
So the new people sometimes they're able to pull it off on their first try, but more than likely it's 3 or 4 tries. When we put, I use the Ocean Technology Systems communication mask, so I put a listening device on so I can guide them into what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong.
I got
right
you.
up to the shark, I'm in their ear basically.
So it's just like finding that special spot on your favorite dog or something, right? Like it's right behind the ear, and like, oh God, that's it. And it's
absolutely, and that is the best spot right in front of the nose that you can see right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing. Basically, it's further proof that all the animals on the planet are sentient creatures, and just because they can't yell or scream doesn't mean they can't have emotions the same as humans, and which has been proved by almost everything, including fish.
Yeah, and they do recognize you, right, Jimmy? So that you're talking about when you go underwater and you've been doing this for so long, the same sharks show up and they go, oh, hey, there's Jimmy. Oh, it's time for the rub down kind of thing. That's kind of what's going on?
I don't know that they know my name, but it's exactly like that. But, another thing that happened that was kind of interesting this week is I saw, just to give, most people, when you say the word shark, they're thinking, oh my God, I don't want to get bit. And this past week in the newspaper, I saw an article where at the local pier here, Juneau Pier, that a guy was bitten by a shark. And so the first thing that comes to mind is the illusion that if you go to the pier, there's a 4x8 sign that says no shark fishing. Imagine you're a father with his wife and 3 kids. You look up there and you see this sign that says no shark fishing. You look at the beach and you see a lifeguard with a stand, and you would think that means that it's a pretty safe place to be. But the truth of the matter is that's an illusion, because as far as I know, and feel free to correct me, I've never seen a shark up by the sign, and I don't even know they can read English.
Huh. Well, I'm going to agree with you on that. I don't think they can.
What about the team here? Would you guys agree?
Yeah, but then again, they're way smarter than I ever thought. The fact that you could do this, I mean, they might surprise us someday. Like, yeah, we could talk for millions of years. We didn't want to spoil the surprise. And
no, Greg, no.
No, that ain't going to happen. Okay.
I've got videos like this of 8 species. I just like to show the one that I used basically lemon sharks and nurse sharks for my guests, because both of those species, unlike the tigers, the great hammerheads, the bulls, the oceanic white tips, all of those have to keep swimming. So it's not so obvious. But if you make friends with one of these sharks, the next thing that I ask people to do is look at the shark and see if you can see some kind of mark on the shark so that you know that this is the same shark. As many as 80 lemon sharks are there in the winter months. That way, when the shark comes up to you again and stops right in front of you and stands up on its pectoral fins, basically begging like a dog to rub their head, you know it's the same shark. And that's what's happening every week.
I love it. By the way, it's scuba-adventures.com is the way to connect with Jimmy Abernathy. And I got to say, you're heavily involved in the situation down there in West Palm Beach at Blue Heron Bridge. We've talked about that on the show before, but I'm sure if people reached out to you through the website, they could get the latest on how to support that effort to protect that dive site there in West Palm too. Right, Jimmy?
Absolutely. Well, it's under protection right now, but we do need more eyes just in case some poacher tries to go in there and remove our beautiful creatures there.
Right.
But there's not going to be any permits to remove animals like has happened in the past. That's done with.
Yeah, got that part, but there's some issue with some fishing off the pier there or the road above, and they're fighting those efforts, and it's good work that he's doing for sure. Scuba-adventures.com to connect with Jimmy Abernathy. We got more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Conventional underwater scooters can be heavy, unwieldy, and underpowered. At just over 8 pounds and with speeds of up to 7 miles per hour, the Scuba Jet Pro dive scooter is a game changer and fits in your dive bag. The Scuba Jet Pro uses an eco-friendly jet engine with impeller technology. With adapters, it can even power paddleboards, canoes, kayaks, and all kinds of water sports equipment. It's the most versatile scooter you'll ever own. Learn more and get the Scuba Jet Pro at scubajet.com. That's scubajet.com.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always, and I got a ScubaRadio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, and everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We got Barry the Bugger. We got Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Cherry the Diver Guy in the center square on Facebook Live and YouTube video today. And we apologize in advance for that. Casey the Tobacco Nut and Commando Kyle rounding out the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad today. I think we all learned a lot with Jimmy.
I always suspected sharks were like big dogs, but this just proves it.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Well, I've known that for many years. I have.
So cool.
Yeah, it is. But you don't really get to have that experience until you're up close and personal with them like that.
Well, I did get to kiss a nurse shark.
And, we need to go down there and get some personal training from Jimmy, and then we can go dive with the schooling hammerheads in the Sea of Cortez and test the theory.
Okay.
Test the what?
The Sea
theory.
Well, those were lemon sharks that he was talking about, but he said he's done it with all these other species too. I would rather have someone else, like Jimmy, show me. Definitely first. I don't know that I necessarily need to be the guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be the first person. But then again, we have we have, just today we have 7 Scuba Radio Scuba Squad members.
That's why God gave you 2 arms.
No, I was saying that's why we have a Scuba Radio Scuba Squad. We have 8 tries.
I'll do it.
Okay, that's 8. That's 8 tries before I'll give it a go. And so as long as you guys live and don't lose an appendage, then maybe I'd give it a go too. I'll just take pictures.
There's a difference between living and losing an appendage. You have to be more specific here.
I did count Jim's, and he has all of them.
He does have all his appendages, from what we can see. Yes, but still, that's a pretty good. As long
as you got no
safety.
stank on you, I think you're good.
You think? I think we have to have a control. So some of them will have to have some stank put on them first, I think. It's only fair. It's science.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Scuba Radio. Radio.
Shark, here comes a shark. Get you in the morning and after dark. You know his bite is worse than his bark. He's gonna get you. Here comes a shark.
Everybody sing. Come on. Come on. See, if you sing to the shark, you may not even have to rub him under the nose.
No, I think then you're going to get bit.
The only one way to find out is to have the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad conduct a
You're
test.
singing, you're going to get bit.
I'll sing. I'll let everybody else try to get up close and personal with the sharks, and we'll film it. Whoever lives, will be the control, and those who don't, well.
Hey, Greg?
Yes.
I would like to volunteer Kyle as the newest member to put the stank on.
Okay, all right. That might be.
I think we have a quorum.
That may be appropriate that the newbies have to try out the new products like Stank, the new. Well, it was a sponsor. I think we've already lost them.
What about heinous anus scuba snacks?
Well, will you eat those?
Try those.
Kyle, will you eat one?
Are
Actually,
they chocolate covered?
Sorta.
Kind of look like it.
Sorta.
We could probably make it work.
You got
Okay.
a can of Mountain Dew to go with it.
He has no idea what he's agreeing
Chocolate
to.
and corn.
Yeah.
No.
This just proves he is the newest member with the least knowledge.
So it's only appropriate that he would he would agree to do such a thing. Is that what you're saying, Casey?
Pretty much. None of us would do it.
Heck
There's
no.
a fine line between stupidity and bravery.
Well, I'm not so sure.
Divers, tired of stuffing your hole with pineapple slices and cheese crackers on your surface interval? Grab a bag of Heinous Anus Scuba Snacks. Heinous Anus Scuba Snacks are chock full of... I think those are chocolate chips. Well, it says here they're gluten-free, so... Here, try some.
It tastes like ass.
They don't taste like bass. Maybe you need to rinse your regulator or something like that. I don't know. Uh-oh. Somebody's seasick. Heinous Anus Scuba Snacks, proud sponsor of Scuba Radio. Don't hate us, because you ain't us. Order at heinousanus.com. That's heinousanus.com.
Okay. So there you go, Kyle. Now you know.
So chocolate and nuts.
It could be. I
Nutty flavor.
Thanks, Barry. Anyway, see, you
Barry's the only one that's actually had them.
Oh, really?
That's how he knows.
Okay. So, see, Kyle, you always have to
Barry
be
likes
careful what you agree to do on this show. So let that be a lesson to a newbie. Just so we're, just trying to bring you up to speed a little bit, but we appreciate everything you do and everything you volunteer for. But
I'm here for you guys. Buddy.
Okay. that's all right.
Hemi, is that Cookie Puss behind you?
Yes,
What?
yes, it is. I knew you'd like that. Favorite.
It's Cookie Puss.
Please fill in the rest of the class.
participating Carvel ice cream stores.
Okay.
Why is it so spicy?
I don't know
Puss.
what this is, but you can see this crazy cake. It's a snack.
It's an ice
right?
cream cake.
It's an ice cream cake.
Cookie Puss.
Delicious.
Floating behind Bubble
Tastes
Boy
like chocolatey phlegm.
on the YouTube and Facebook Live video today, and we apologize
Tastes like
in
chicken.
advance for that. All right. So look, as we said earlier, I've had my first vaccine shot. So has CJ. Jerry, the diver guy, has had it.
Yep.
Did you have any reaction to the vaccine?
Well, no,
What?
not too much. But
What is
you know,
going? What is wrong with him?
Just got a little sores.
Makes
off.
him stutter.
Yeah.
Makes me twitch a little bit, but
Huh. It
Nothing
has the
serious.
same effects on Jerry the diver guy as it does, spring water does, it looks like to me.
Little bit.
I thought maybe it was because Jerry couldn't drink before the shot, and he was just a little low on alcohol.
Who said
I
that?
use my spring water to
I said that.
disinfect my arm.
Yeah.
Now that's smart.
Okay.
That stuff will kill anything.
Right. Good point. That's how they sterilize the injection site. Yeah, just splash a little spring water on it. I'll be good to go. That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least up there in the mountains of Virginia.
If that's the case, Jerry's whole body is an injection site.
And it's sterile, I think,
Pretty much
too.
sterile.
Yeah. All right. Vinny Two Tanks, what about you? Do you get your shots? Are you vaccinated, Vinny? What do you think?
I had my second shot Wednesday,
Yeah.
and it laid me up for. I had Moderna, the second shot, and Thursday, Friday, I was just dead.
Really?
I felt really tired, and I had headaches.
But for just for a day or so?
No, for 48 hours.
2 days, Vinny Two Tanks. Well, he has one for each tank. So 1 day for each tank.
How'd you feel after the first shot? Were you okay after the first one?
Shot, no problem, but the second shot nailed me.
See, I didn't feel too good yesterday. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I felt a little funky, but I was expecting it. My monkey heart can only take so much.
That's got to be it.
Yeah, so it might have had something to do with that. But Vinny, so I'm going to let you pick your word, but here we go.
And now, a word from Vinny Two Tanks.
Grenada.
This has been a word from Vinny Two Tanks on Scuba Radio.
That was great.
Mark that tape.
Yeah. Don't ever do it perfectly like that ever again. It'll take all the fun
that was
out
good.
of it.
That was the first
I
time
can't.
he nailed it.
And actually, that was a good setup because we are going to have the new owners of Aquanauts Grenada on Scuba Radio today. So Peter and Gerlinda, who have been on Scuba Radio many times over the years, just so you know, they have sold the business. And the new owners are going to be on.
You bought it. We're going next week. You bought it.
No.
It's owned by Scuba Radio.
No. Didn't happen.
No.
Yeah, but Peter and Gerlinda and the new owners are going to join us for hour 2 of the show. So nothing is changing as far as having it.
They
as
told
a
them
dive
part of owning this is you have to go on Scuba Radio.
Exactly. It's like, here, we're going to help you through this because God knows you're going to need some assistance.
This sucks, but you got to do it.
Yeah.
So might as well get it over with.
Right.
And the Scuba Squad dives for free.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not going to buy that at all. Even if you pick Grenada as the word of the day, I don't think that's not enough brown nosing to make that happen. But we'll give it a shot. I bet they are listening right now and going, oh crap! What did we volunteer for?
They're going to email you. Yeah, we had to cancel.
Wow.
Can't
Maybe
make
they'll
it.
give us a group discount if we go.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see.
They'll give you the
They
old
would love
Brady
to
Bunch
have us
excuse.
just for promotion.
Yes.
To what? 3 people.
Thousands of others would join us just because we were going.
Exactly.
You think? All right.
Thousands of what?
Yeah, it could
Look at
happen.
the numbers. Look at the amount of
Dust
of
mites.
possibilities we control with our viewers and listeners.
That we control. We're going
again,
to troll them.
I think he really overestimates the reach of this show.
You know what? He's optimistic.
I don't
though.
have the numbers in front of me, but
They're impressive.
there's got to be tens of people.
At
listening.
least tens of people, if you include relatives.
Yeah,
family members.
I don't include them, but yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Maybe 20 if you do.
All right. Anyway, we have that to look forward to. Thanks to Vinny's word of the day. Thank for Vinny actually kept us on track today. That is impressive.
That's
I love
awesome.
That. Yeah,
stepping up.
Yeah, we are gonna head down to South Florida, the Gomez Hilton. Who's missing today is Captain Walt DiMartini because he's literally out on the water today as we speak.
Have you seen his Facebook posts?
No,
he's having
what?
such a horrible day.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's having a rough time.
He is actually hosting Mermaid Tiffany's birthday party down at the Gomez Hilton, which explains why he can't be on Scuba Radio today because we know they're all liquored up. And as soon as we were
Well, that never stopped him.
Well, that's true. But be a little worse than normal, and I'd have to.
He might drop his laptop in the pool.
I'd have to keep my finger on the dump button, and have to do a little censoring.
Yeah,
and
it's
that-
too much
that
work.
dump button would be probably pretty ripe today.
Why is that?
Well, look who he's got there.
I just said that.
Mermaid
I just said
Tiffany
that.
and
Jerry, wake up.
all drunk.
Wake. Jerry just woke up from a nap, didn't he?
Listen, Jerry.
I'm telling you, it's that dang shot.
It's a shot.
at least
That's
get a
what it
visual.
is.
Dang China virus knocked me out.
That shot.
Okay. Hey, that's a good excuse.
Thanks,
I'll buy
Ching
it.
Chong Billy Wong.
No, that's okay, Jerry. That's all
No,
right.
I'm actually sitting here watching shark videos.
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, that'd be something more exciting than this, evidently.
Baby
But,
shark videos.
baby shark
Yeah,
videos,
baby
maybe.
shark videos.
All right. Yeah, don't start. Don't even. Just the fact that they brought up the name.
I know. I could hear it.
Yeah, it starts. You start to hear it rotate over and over in your mind. How dare you! Damn you, Jerry the Diver Guy!
Scuba Radio.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Why don't you tell Stanley that I have asthma? Because I don't. If it gets out, they won't let me scuba. If I can't scuba, then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
Take it on.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey the Tobacco Nut, Commando Kyle, rounding out
And we're
the
glad
squad.
to be here for you, Greg.
Well, thank you.
Speak
Thank
for
you,
yourself.
Casey. Well, he is, I think.
Oh, he said we're.
Well, I
That's
don't know.
collectively.
Well, I included CJ, but maybe just a quick kick.
I don't know about you guys.
kick.
I still haven't been paid.
No comment from the rest
I'm
of the
waiting.
crew. Okay.
I'm waiting on my paycheck.
Should we tell them?
Should we tell him why?
I've been cut
Isn't
loose.
he
Have I
gonna
been
give us
cut
those
loose?
Really neat shirts.
Damn it, that happens every time.
Yeah. We are looking to have some shirts made for the crew. Yeah. Do you guys like the design, by the way, that I
do.
found? All right. So, yeah, it has a bunch of sharks and whales and
You have to show me.
a couple divers. You didn't see it?
I deleted that text. I was.
Greg, you said he was going to get one.
Yeah. Well, you could have
Speaking-
one too.
Speaking of sharks, Greg, Walt's trying to get in.
Okay, I don't
trying to
care.
log in on
Don't
Zoom.
really care. Don't really care.
Wow.
No, I know.
Harsh.
Uh,
Why are you
Got a
going to
little
do Walt?
salty?
Why are you going to do Walt like that,
Jerry
Greg?
is a Walt. Jerry's a liar.
Why are you going to
today.
do Walt like that,
Walt's
Greg?
trying to get in.
He's always trying to get in.
I
But
don't
What's
see
that got to
anyone.
do with the show?
Yeah.
I mean,
No, you have no idea what you're talking about. Jerry,
I
go
just
back to
hung up
sleep.
with him.
He's not there. He's not there. I'm looking at it right now. He's not there.
Jerry's
I'm
talking
hallucinating
into
because of the
banana.
China vaccine.
Are we on the air? Oh no! Wait, no, we're on the air. Sorry, well, that's okay. We'll fix this
I
in
got
post.
the China
We'll fix it.
vaccine. I'm hallucinating.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah.
Walt, come in, Walt.
Nothing.
Yeah,
we got nothing.
Hello,
Yeah.
Tokyo.
All right. Hey, see, everybody's doing their own different show today.
I know.
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
See
off
what
the-
happens when you
Is
give
the
him a
Scuba Radio
microphone?
show? Is the Scuba Radio shirt going to be cotton or polyester?
Well, the shirts that I found, they're this new kind of. I don't know. They're polyester short shirts. Yeah, but it's a special printing technology. That it looks very photorealistic.
Are we going to look like tourists?
What do you mean tourists?
You know, is this like a Hawaiian shirt?
Well, yeah, it does have.
Jesus.
Well, you don't like
They
that?
better not be made in China.
Guys, sublimation.
Yes, that's it. Kyle knows. Commando Kyle knows his print technology.
So your really pretty performance shirts, it's going to be similar to that, I would assume.
Yeah, it is. It's, you know, they're kind of cool, CJ.
Enough of this Taylor talk.
Yeah, so we're looking at having some of those made so we can get the squad kind of in the same color scheme, you know?
Is this a uniform thing? Do we have to wear this every Saturday?
That was the idea.
Is that what you're getting at?
I floated it out to the squad this week to see what they thought of the design and said, hey, if we put a pocket logo of Scuba Radio on this, would you guys want these shirts? Would you wear them? And then, of course, Kristen and Brittany chimed up and said, no.
They said they were ugly.
These are guy shirts. We want something, you know, more for us. And I'm like, yeah, these are just for the dudes. Not that, you know, if they want to
Why
wear
are
them,
you
I don't care.
excluding the women?
No, they pointed it out that they would want something
They
a
do
little
not
bit
have
more.
to wear shirts.
Okay, thank you.
I'd buy
Never
them a
talk
couple
to us again.
Misogynist.
with the same print. How's that?
Say it again, Casey. What? Say it
Buy
again.
them a couple of bikini tops with the same
There
print.
we go.
Yeah, this is not helping.
This is
at
why
all.
people think we don't treat women well.
Jeez. Yeah. Well, guys, you're not helping. You know,
Well, okay, we'll all wear bikini tops too. Would that make CJ
That's too
happy?
far the other way.
Right, yeah.
They do make those shirts that are fitting for women.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. This was really just for the guys.
You know, Kristen makes her own tops. How about
Right.
have her make some?
Well, she's a mermaid, so and she's Miss Mermaid Virginia.
But doesn't
Miss
she
Virginia.
make tops?
Yes.
She does. So
so problem solved.
Correct.
Why is that so hard?
Yeah, and she doesn't need like a Scuba Radio shirt. We're going to just brand her.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's what you do. You just take a poker and
Greg,
you know?
Greg, why didn't you have her make us some tops?
Yeah. No, that's what you do, right?
No.
That's how you claim
You're
ownership.
basically saying she's
of your
cattle.
Well, it's not. They're mammals. I mean, no.
You know, she
I
does
don't know
throw
if
an
it-
axe.
Wow.
Yeah. No.
I want nothing to do with
branding.
this.
Branding. It's the proper branding that we're talking about. No.
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 Okay, maybe not. Neither I or Casey will have anything to do.
You go out on that. That's your limb, buddy.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. Well, look, we are going to talk to our friends from Grenada next. Being that at least, I don't know, half the squad has been vaccinated. The only one who hasn't is, well, I don't know, Bubble Boy, have you?
Yeah, I got my second one on April 5th.
Okay, so we're all in the same group with the exception of Barry the Bugger, who refuses. You know, he's one of those guys. He's a
Enjoy your respirator.
Anti-vaxxer. No, are you?
Anti-vaxxer.
No, he's not.
Just pretend it's a regulator.
I'm waiting for Johnson & Johnson.
Okay.
I'm on the waiting list. It takes longer to get that one.
Okay. All right. He just wants to.
I
have
heard that
and
one
done.
kicks your ass.
He doesn't like needles.
I've already had my no, I don't like needles, and one time is enough.
One isn't. Well, you just okay. All right, that's fair enough. Hey, Kyle, did you get stuck yet?
You really want to know my comment on this?
No, I guess not. I guess we'll just wait.
That's ironic coming from a little prick.
Hey, now that is wrong. So wrong. All right, look, thank God we got hour 2 to get us back on track here. So we do just that next on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
They all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com. We have some special guests on Scuba Radio right now. Actually, some old friends and some new friends I think we're going to meet here. First, we got Peter and Galinda, our old friends. They're not old friends. They're, that's not the right way.
Long-time friends.
Long-time friends from Aquanauts Grenada. Peter, Galinda, how are you guys? How you doing?
Yeah, things have been great here. I mean, Grenada feels pretty well through the crisis, besides the fact that there is almost zero tourism.
Yeah.
We're hoping to see some opening getting done sometime soon. And
well, we're halfway there, Peter. Our crew has gotten our first shots this week, so we're almost ready to travel.
Yeah, but you always been getting shots, Greg.
That's
true.
true.
You're getting something wrong here.
Yeah.
There are different shots that are required to travel.
We get a lot of cheap shots. That's right. They take at our expense for sure. But yes, we're starting to get vaccinated. I have a feeling we're going to end up having this vaccine passport thing, but we'll see how that goes. But we're well on our way. And you guys are looking forward to welcoming people back to the island, to the Spice Island there in Grenada, right?
yeah, I mean, first of all, Grenada is COVID-free, and vaccination program here is running great. So if you can't get an appointment in the U.S., just come to Grenada. We get you vaccinated.
Okay, they'll stick you with something, and it'll probably smell good too. Yeah.
No, we're getting the good stuff. The real good stuff. No,
Okay.
basically, almost all the people in the hospitality industry already got their vaccinations and everything.
Yeah.
And we hope to see Grenada opening back for tourism and travel very soon, hopefully during the next month, and which is a great thing to happen because it's been a pretty rough year. And
yeah, for everyone.
Some things have changed, and first, and I think the most important thing that happened in our lives is that basically Galinda and myself took a step towards retirement.
Yes.
And you see Tom and Tiffany down there, they are basically part of the new team that will be running Aquanauts now.
Well, there you go. That'll leave more time for you and Galinda to just go diving, I would imagine, there on the Spice. Yes. Okay.
Have more travel. I can see right away Wall needs a lot of help up there, on the boat and all this. And this is stuff I'm really good at.
Okay, there you go. Absolutely.
A lot of things,
That's right. Well,
she's hitting me. Everybody's seeing this?
He's getting poked. Yeah, more poking.
Beg your pardon?
Yeah. All right. Well, it's well deserved for Peter and Galinda to kind of, step back and just enjoy life for a while. It's been a rough year, like you said, and you found some folks to take it over. So Tom and Tiffany, is that right? Do I got it right, guys?
Yeah.
Welcome to Scuba Radio. I will tell you, we've been to the Spice Island several times in the past, and Peter and Galinda are awesome folks, as I'm sure you have found out over the years yourself. And that's how this came to be. Did you just go to the Spice Island, dive with them, and next thing you know, like, hey, we're thinking about, stepping back. Would you guys want to take this over? Is that how this happened, or what, Tom? Tell us the story.
We've been actually working on it for a few years and looking for a place that introduced a lot of the things that we wanted to go after, had the diving that we wanted to be able to do. Tiffany's communications, she got a degree in communications, she's a yoga instructor. We wanted to start to combine stuff together. I have a son who's full tech, cave. I like this. Yes, exactly. Medication under the water. We're into the whole. I'm a musician. I like to play music.
Oh,
and
nice.
So there's a lot of an island had to have for us to check the boxes. Then I met Peter and Galinda, and I said, "Let's do this." And he said, "Sure. Let me tell you when the island opens up."
Well, okay.
So
was that before or after the rocket fuel drink started flowing there at the Dodgy Dock? I'm guessing after, because those things are potent there on the Spice Island. They're laughing because they know it's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first night on the island, I met we were in quarantine, hanging out with a couple of Grenadians, and we began drinking rivers. And I just, oh my God, that was like, right, we're here, let's do this.
Yeah. they make it right there. Rivers rum. That'll do you in. So, Tiffany, so you are you the marketing genius or the diving genius, or a combination of both for the new operation?
I'm a little combination of both. I do the marketing and bookings and reservations, basically, for the team. And then I'm also currently completing my Dive Master certification course.
Okay.
So soon I'll be leading dives too. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. Once again, we've been there several times. I love the island. The diving is great. Peter and Galinda are awesome folks. I'm picking up the same type of spirit that they have with you guys, so I have no doubt that it's going to be that same welcoming kind of vibe that you get when you go and dive with Aquanauts Grenada. So I can tell, Tom, you guys are pretty excited about this endeavor, despite the fact that, you would love things to be open right now, I assume. Is that true?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we were diving today. Today was a great day. We had cleanup dives. We did a lionfish hunt. Every month we have a big lionfish hunt. Went out, got it going on. We've been going to the brewery at the night after, doing tacos, having live music, just tearing into it.
Yeah.
It's a good party.
Yeah, little Rivers rum. And have you turned them on to the rocket fuel, or did they already block that out, Peter? What do you think?
No, we're trying to. So we're stuck. You do that once.
Yeah.
They're on it. I mean, once you started, the party doesn't stop. And
Okay, all
everything
right.
happens right now on a pretty smaller scale than it used to, but they got a lot of great stuff going, and we really like what we're seeing. They took most of the crew over. I mean, business is slow, so but the core team of Aquanauts is still there, and all the offerings, and they bring some new stuff also to the table. Like being more focused on handicap diving and things like this.
Nice.
So there will be a lot of more exciting things happening at Aquanauts, which we are very happy about to see that. As you know, it's been a long time.
Yes. Well, Tom, you mentioned your.
We started back together at the same time at Ocean Fest. Remember? That was like 100 years ago.
Yes.
You started ScubaRadio.
That's true. Yeah, we're getting ready to go into our. That's right. We're getting ready to go into our 24th year, actually, starting next week, believe it or not. So this is the last broadcast of our 23rd year of ScubaRadio. So go figure. But Tom, I want to ask you. You said you're a musician. Are you like a guitar player, and are you going to be performing there at Aquanauts in the future too, or what?
I don't know at Aquanauts, but certainly at the little venues around the island, sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
The music scene here is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast with it.
That is great. You know what? In the downtime, I will tell you, we have been working on a new ScubaRadio guitar. I fiddle. No, I play guitar and fake it a little bit. So we got a guitar being made right now with the ScubaRadio logo and everything. So maybe we'll have to bring it to Grenada sometime.
We'll bring it down for a jam session.
Yeah. Well, I'll just let you play it, because God knows they don't want to hear me play it. Right, CJ?
More of a poser.
Yeah,
Put them all
more
the
of a
way in the
poser.
back.
Okay. All right.
We don't.
Make sure he doesn't bring his ukulele.
Yeah. I get a lot of this. Hand him the tambourine. Maybe he'll drift away in the background
while you guys play.
Just pretend to plug in the guitar.
Okay, that's enough.
Also, just so you know,
that's enough.
Leather pants, way too hot for Grenada.
Yeah, I'm going with spandex.
No, don't.
South America, or is this Grenada, Mississippi?
Yeah, no.
Grenada, Caribbean.
Right.
The Caribbean, buddy.
Yeah, Tom, where are you guys from originally? When did you obviously immigrated over there to Grenada, but where?
Monterey, California.
Okay, all right.
Cool.
So I would say that's a nice upgrade. Yeah.
It's water's so warm.
Yes.
I mean, it's as Peter was saying. We're stepping into what the foundation they set, and like tech diving is a real thing in Monterey.
Sure.
And 100 feet is freezing. You start hitting that upwelling. Oh my God.
That's right. Now it's like bathwater with all this beautiful spice aroma floating through the island. You got cinnamon, nutmeg. Oh my God, it's amazing there on the Spice Island of Grenada. Aquanauts Grenada. Check it out. Book it. You see Tom and Tiffany. And we got more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide ScubaRadio Network.
Be an explorer in the other 2/3 of your world. Be the buddy who takes the kids in the aquarium instead of just to it. Be adventurous. Be amazed. Be a diver.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Hang in there. It's gonna happen.
Well, okay, now how do you know that?
Because she's your lobster. It's a known fact that lobsters fall in love and mate for life. And you know what? You can actually see old lobster couples walking around their tank, holding claws.
At the bottom of the ocean is a glum crustacean. He ain't got nobody to engage in conversation. All of the animals living in the sea said I can't be friends with a lobster, 'cause a lobster might pinch me.
Don't you just love lobster?
Then along came a weasel in a boat made from a shoe. She said, hey, Mr. Lobster, I will be best friends with you. She said, hey, Mr. Lobster, with your great big claws, I'm a little weasel and I've got little paws. I will be your friend, I will hold your hand, and me and you can walk along the sand, on the sand. Hey, Mr. Lobster, with your great big claws, I'm a little weasel and I've got little paws, but I will be your friend, I will hold your hand, and me and you can walk along the sand, on the sand. Under a starfish constellation, I'm your weasel, be my crustacean. Under a starfish constellation, I'm your weasel, be my crustacean.
Okay, this is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Played that little ditty because, well, it's the end of Florida lobster season here in like 4 days. We got till the 31st of March to snag, 6 lobster a day.
Well, let's go get some.
That is the plan. For CJ and myself, we're going to try to get down on the last 2 days here, Tuesday, Wednesday, and see if we can snag a few more before the season shuts down for a few months. Barry the Bugger, he is displaying lobsters behind him on his virtual background for YouTube and Facebook watchers today. And but I got a feeling, I don't know, are you going to join us for this thing, Barry the Bugger, or are you going to have to renounce your title?
It is March Madness in the office.
Okay. Once again, that doesn't answer the question. Are you going to join us, or are you going to renounce your title as Barry the Bugger?
He's got to work. He has a real job.
I'm going to renounce my title because I have to work.
Oh, so his new title will be Barry the
Loser.
Okay.
And he will have to suck it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that that is
How long
what
do you guys have left in the season?
we have March 31st, Kyle.
No, not even 1 week. That's just next Thursday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday is the last day of Florida lobster season.
And my daughter has a birthday on Tuesday.
Okay, happy birthday.
Jerry, you go back down.
Yeah. So why were you asking, Kyle? You think you might want to run down from Virginia, or no, you're up in Georgia, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I can get permission from the wifey, I'd come down there with you guys. I mean, I don't eat them, but I'll catch them. I'll get a license and catch them for you guys.
Well, I don't know if it'd be worth it to get a license on the last 2 days. That wouldn't be a good move.
You know
I
how many
mean,
I'm gonna
don't
find?
get me wrong. The state of Florida would love your money.
It'd be good for a year, so it would be good for the last 2 days this year, and then the last 2 days next year.
No, that isn't how it would work.
I suck at math.
No, it would be good.
It expires immediately.
Right.
1 year from
Yeah,
the day.
that's the thing. You're always tempted to go lobstering at the very beginning for mini season or as soon as it opens, and then when you see the deadline come up,
oh God,
you're like, oh crap, I gotta go lobstering.
Dude, I wouldn't care. I'd go with you guys.
No, the license would be good for a year, so
Yeah.
you could start the July mini season.
Right. Is Casey sleeping? Oh, okay.
Don't wake him up. Shut up. Don't wake him up.
I'm listening for an opening to say something at least humorous or dive related.
Oh, well,
when is
go
that
back to
happening?
sleep.
Ooh.
Go back to sleep. That's not going to happen on
We
this
bored
show.
him to death.
He didn't know. What, you're reading something, I
He
guess?
was dreaming of weasels.
His video. Yeah, that's
Actually, I
right.
was reading about Grenada and the outfit down there.
Okay, yeah.
Outfits.
Yeah, they're going
Hey,
to have.
Doesn't the Liveaboard group do Grenada also?
No, they do not. You mean Explore Ventures?
Okay, that answers that.
Yeah. No, they don't run down to the Spice Island. No, they do Saba, St. Kitts, and St. Martin. That's the closest ship they have in the vicinity of Grenada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can go anywhere. We all have shots.
That is true. That is true.
Let's go.
Well, I mean, they still have to open up the island, though. They still have to get through that hurdle. I figure, we're probably at least another, I don't know. I want to say 2 to 4 weeks. We're going to start getting announcements that, hey, this island is fully open. If you've been vaccinated, you can come without having to get a test before you go.
I don't get my second shot until April 22nd, so I have to wait till
that
May
will be an
anyway.
issue.
You have to wait till May.
Yeah, I mean, some of them, you can go there now, but you got to get a test within like 24 or 48 hours before you leave. And, so when I say, they're not open, I don't mean they're not totally open. You got to jump through a lot of hoops right now to get into a lot of the islands. I'm not sure what the standard is for Grenada right now. They may or may not even be, you have to look it up.
You still have to test to get back in the States, don't you?
Well, you got to test to get back in the States, but just to even get to the island, I mean, some of the islands aren't accepting visitors from the U.S. unless you have a negative test done within 24, 48 hours of leaving to get into another nation, another island nation. So, so you can do it, but it's a little bit of a hassle, and that's the problem. It's like people are like, well, I'll just wait. That kind of thing. So it just depends on what you're willing to tolerate as far as the extra aggravation and stuff. And if we're all getting vaccinated anyway, which, like I said, I think what's going to happen is there is going to be this vaccine passport, and I think it's going to be a problem, to be honest with you, on a lot of levels. But I think it's coming whether you want it or not. And you're going to have to be able to show your papers before you can travel outside the country. Not so much for the U.S., but I think it's going to happen for all the other countries, all the other island nations that, U.S. citizens want to travel to. Are you with me on this, Casey? You see that coming, you think?
Yes, I'm trying to avoid the political oversight.
Okay. Well, I don't know if there's any political oversight to it. It's just that,
Oh, it gets into all sorts of things. But anyway, yes, I agree. We're going to have to, it's going to be like a page in our passport.
Right. Well, but once again, I don't think it's political from the standpoint of the U.S. because I don't think it's going to be I don't think this decision's going to come from the U.S. I think it's going to come from the other countries, and they're going to demand it if you want to go there.
Like I said, it'll become a page in the passport. When you get stamps, it'll be right there that you've had your inoculation and all your other information.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know if they'll put it in your passport. I think you're just going to have some kind of proof. And that's where, a tattoo, a branding kind of goes back to what I was saying and how you show your Scuba Radio code.
Each of us.
Scuba Radio tattoo, if you have one, you're allowed entry into another country. Would that work? Maybe? No? No, CJ's shaking his head. Oh, well. More coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no, Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of ScubaRadio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures ScubaRadio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than ScubaRadio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Let me tell you about a friend I know. He's got the world's first scuba diving radio show. So now everywhere I am, everywhere I go, the first thing that I tune to is Scuba Radio.
And welcome back to the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ is with me. And we are in the studio, but we got the Scuba Radio Scuba Squad connected via the web. That's made up of Barry the Bugger, Bubble Boy, Vinny Two Tanks, Jerry the Diver Guy, Casey Tobacco Nut.
I'm glad to be here.
And Commando Kyle. Now, we were going to try to connect with Captain Walt DiMartini. He's out on a boat, and he did try to connect at one point when I couldn't see him. Have we heard anything new from him, Jerry? I know you were monitoring that.
He said he could not hear anything and just showed us all the women and hung up.
Okay, so it's a typical Saturday at the Gomez Hilton with Captain Walt DiMartini.
Well, they're out on the boat.
Yes. So we'll get the entire rundown next week. I have no doubt. Now, we are planning a little outing this coming week for Florida lobster season. At least CJ and myself, and maybe Barry can be coaxed into it. I plan to take our scuba jets down there, and so I have a plan. I wanted to talk about the plan and at least bounce it off the squad and see if they think this would be the most efficient way to capitalize on limiting out for Florida spiny lobster on the last 2 days of the season. And that would be to just do a beach dive and work the first or second reef there at like Lauderdale by the Sea with these scooters and just cover tons of real estate so we could increase our odds of finding them. Barry, what do you think? You're a bugger.
Well, I think using the scooter to get out there would make it easier.
Yeah.
But you can't go too fast in those reefs. You really got to look for those antennae. So depending on what the water's like that day, they may be either further in the hole or they may be hanging out at the edge.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very optimistic. That was not the answer I was expecting from a guy that we call Barry the Bugger. I was hoping for a more supportive type of statement from someone like that. Weren't you, CJ?
Yeah, very disappointed.
How dare you? How dare you? More coming up.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
I used to watch you at the Improv when I was starting out. Things you made me laugh so hard because I had just started learning to scuba dive. You did that bit about scuba diving and how the whole point of the sport is not to die.
There's a fish, there's a rock, who cares? Don't die.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me. We're talking about Florida lobster diving, finishing off here this Wednesday, March 31st, last day of Florida spiny lobster season. We're going to try to take advantage of it with some scuba jets, cover some real estate. We go to Barry the Bugger, or I should say Barry the Bummer, because he kind of rained on our parade.
No, don't you dare.
Let me bring you the technical information that will negate any of your hopes.
There you go.
Okay.
No, here's
Right.
what you're going to do. You're going to be there at 6:30 in the morning.
Wrong!
Wait, now, you see, that's the first problem. A true lobster slayer would be out there at sunrise.
That is incorrect.
No.
Bug Boy, do you agree with me?
Yes.
And I'm talking to you as the lobster slayer
Yes,
right now.
I
not
agree.
Greg the Dive Master.
That's way too early.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
These
Barry,
superheroes
get
sleep
there.
in. We
But
don't lobster hunt until the sun gets warm, Barry. Come on.
No.
There's only one thing I get up that
Here
early
we
for,
go.
and that ain't
Greg,
it.
Oh.
here's Greg the lobster hunter, working hard.
Yeah, that's really funny.
You know what? I'm happy.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
You
No.
gotta get there early.
Why? Why do you got to get there early? You don't got to get there early.
Lobsters aren't sleeping.
Yeah.
No, the lobsters are out at night. They're
Yeah.
out in the morning. You get there at sunrise. You take 4 tanks with you. You have your scuba jets. You zoom out there. You start at one end, start going all the way to the other.
Okay, hold on. What is this crap about getting?
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. There is no
Do you want to
reason.
catch lobsters, or do you want to make excuses?
I
later?
do want to catch lobster.
Well, when
but
you get up when the
Toughen up
sun
a
is
little
warm,
bit.
it's
This
much
is-
easier on your
Exactly.
constitution.
Commando
Toughen up.
Kyle is a fisherman, I believe, and he knows that it applies to fishing, but not so much lobstering.
Well, my question is why can't we dive at night?
Well, you
You
could.
could.
Yeah, but once again,
Because we'll be drunk.
Hello.
You're only coming down here to get drunk and
drink it.
Quiet. That is not
That's
true.
not the only reason.
Yes.
This is where see where
Chief
he is
among
right
the
now?
reasons.
Equal
Yes.
part drinking, equal part sleeping, equal part lobstering.
Primary inclusion
His
amongst
couch would be-
the
How long
reasons.
have I been on the scuba squad? What do I really know?
Well, okay. So what do you say, Casey? Do you agree that you have to be up at the crack ass of dawn to catch a
No,
lobster?
No. You wake up nice, relaxed,
Yeah.
fully fortified.
Caffeinated.
Right. No, Barry,
the sun
just
on your
so.
back when you're
You
hauling
get
those
out there
tanks down
and they
the
are
beach.
all
You
gone.
feel
Yeah.
good.
Okay, so Casey, I think what Barry's trying to say is that if you don't get up and you're one of the first people out on the reef, they've
You
been
snooze,
picked
you lose.
over.
That's
I
right.
understand
Okay,
that.
here's my question.
Uh-huh.
Barry, when were
Yes.
you the last time you were out there at 5:30 in the morning diving?
Every time I dive off that
no.
beach, we were
When
there.
was the last time?
All of one times
Over-
this season.
No, all of one times this season.
The Harding administration.
Ah.
Jerry the diver
I am
guy, what
telling
say
you
you?
Well, back at mini season, Barry's wrong. They were all out sunning. And
What?
my equalizer just went by and snatched them all, Barry.
Right.
Wait, they were
They
all,
wasn't-
you mean the
they wasn't-
lobster were all out sunning? I
Wait,
didn't
wait,
know
wait,
what you
wait,
were
They
saying.
wasn't in their holes sleeping.
They were
Yeah.
close.
Okay.
There was no lobster fest this last year.
All right.
Oh,
Well, regardless, but Barry, you're just saying you feel that if you're not there first, they'll be
If
picked
you-
over, which is true. But once
You
again, it
remember
goes.
Ricky Bobby, if you ain't first, you're last.
Well, that could be. But if we had our scuba jets and we could cover a lot of ground that not everybody can get to, that's my point. We can increase our odds of covering more real estate, more reef where the lobster might be, and therefore be maybe more successful.
And I don't disagree with that, but I'm saying you should start early. Not at the times you start 10, 10:30, 11. Okay, we're
That's
almost
when the
getting
sun
ready
gets warm.
to
That's
go
when
up
you're
to the
supposed to.
truck.
A lot
Yeah.
of people. A lot of people are going to be working that day, Barry.
No, that area there is definitely a touristy area.
Yeah, but still, we could cover.
Not divers.
We went out on mini season this past year, and on the second day in the afternoon, we went out and we found a honey hole, despite the fact that there were divers everywhere those 2 days. So it really is just a matter of. Excuse me.
Sorry, I meant to hit the mute button.
Yeah, is to cover as much ground as possible is the way to increase your odds of catching lobster, I think.
And from experience that it's all a matter of timing and being at the right place at the right time. Yeah. There was a time when you got dropped into water and you found them just crawling all over each other. So.
Right. That's what I just said. Thank you.
Are we still talking about lobster?
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Kyle.
When we went on that beach dive, when I went with you on that beach dive,
right.
There were actually multiple groups of people going out that were locals.
Yeah.
That were going out at the time we were getting out of the water, and they were going They were asking us specifically about the lobster that we saw out there. So
yeah.
Snooze, you lose.
Throwing that out there.
Well, no, we didn't lose. I came home with a new looper because somebody had dropped it on a dive previous to ours. So
that's the best thing about the one that CJ dropped, was it?
No, well, it was a different one. It was a good one. But yeah, I mean, if you want to get up early, sure, your odds are better, possibly. But
hell no.
Exactly.
What about an early evening, early night dive, and then we finish off the night with
I don't know.
Night starts later now.
I don't know. I'm not sure. The other thing we got to keep in mind is the weather. What I'm seeing on the reports is that it's going to be 2 to 3s. Southeast winds on the East Coast there, Fort Lauderdale, probably, it's going to be about 2 to 3 waves, 2 to 3 feet waves. And probably just good enough to get out there and do a beach dive. If you go out on a boat, it's going to be borderline. It'll probably be okay, but might be a little uncomfortable.
No, on Jeff's boats, it'll be okay.
Yeah, well, it would be on South Florida Diving Headquarters, but if we were taking out, a little dinghy or a little whore there, that's sometimes
she's not there.
She's not there at the Gomez Hilton.
She's off being a little whore.
In the Bahamas, that's what the dinghy, the little whore is evidently.
Do you have a beach in mind?
Well, we go.
Secret.
No, we go. We'd probably just do Lauderdale by the Sea. Yeah.
DJ, listen.
Yeah.
I can't be expected to listen to this entire show.
Yeah, true. He gets a pass, Barry. You're the only one.
Monday, calm wind. Tuesday, mostly sunny. That's going to be your windy day. Wednesday is going to be a windy day. So Monday is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, can't do
Monday's going to be our travel day.
Right.
That's Barry.
Leave Sunday night.
Hell no.
Can't do
but
it.
But if you get up early in the morning and travel, then you could be there.
You could drive right to the beach, get your tanks on, and go right out.
Wow, Casey sounded like the mayor.
Maybe if I was married.
From Sunnytown on the Christmas specials or something.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Okay. Go with that, man.
Rudolph. Rudolph.
All right, just go over and
DJ's
sleep on the
not
couch
only
again.
guy with a voice.
What?
Very shiny New Year.
That's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
I'm cute.
So I don't know. We'll have to take all these factors into play.
I don't think either one of us is getting up early.
That you really don't have to take into play is getting up early.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
Even Vinny's sleepy now.
Yeah. Vinny, what about lobstering in California? Doesn't it kind of coincide with Florida too, or do you know offhand?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
He doesn't know, or it doesn't coincide.
I should have played the one-word thing. I should have done it. Sorry, I missed my cue. That was my fault.
Damn it. The second word of the day is no.
No.
So, go ahead. I'll give you a little bit more rope. So no, you don't know, or or what?
Well, I think it starts on October 31st to March 31st, I think.
You do think? Okay, so
he hasn't been out of the house in 2 years.
It would coincide with Florida lobster season, possibly. Then, if that's the case.
Okay, then that's the case.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Except, as you know,
What?
the water is a lot colder.
The water is a lot colder, yeah. But you're not tempted to get out there and take advantage of the end of California spiny lobster season?
Of course not. Not since I've become a warm water wuss like you.
Ah, really? Have you not been lobstering in California since we exposed you to the Florida option?
No.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for Bugfest.
Well,
I'm going to go.
Yeah, it is going to go.
Me and Tom are going.
Yeah.
Remember 22 Tom? We're going.
22 Tom.
We'll be there.
Yeah, with the 22 on. Yes.
We'll be there.
Well, it's definitely happening. So,
I couldn't find anything on their website though.
They're just talking about it right now.
It's in the planning stage.
Yeah, because
I've been searching for links to read about it. But
they're still working out the logistics because of the whole COVID thing, but it is on. I have gotten that word. More coming up.
Would you like to talk diving? Greg the Dive Master's all toweled down and ready to take your call now. Call Scuba Radio at 1-888-88-SCUBA.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Hosting a radio show about scuba diving, flying, and boating is one of the best gigs on the planet. It's actually part of my job to check out and report on cool new products I personally use to enhance my diving, flying, and boating adventures. However, I do believe in sharing the joy, and this is why I wanted to tell you about Nanook Professional Protective Cases. Nanook cases are designed to protect the most sensitive equipment in the harshest environments. From their high-impact NK7 resin to their exclusive Power Claw latches, Nanook has raised the bar for those of you that demand the best protection for your gear. Plus, Nanook cases generally cost less than similar products currently on the market. From an iPhone to a full set of dive gear, whatever you need to shield from the elements, Nanook Professional Protective Cases has the size, shape, and color for you. Go to nanook.com. That's NANUK.com for Nanook Professional Protective Cases. The evolution of protection.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
What, you got plans?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I don't like it when you have plans.
I'm allowed to have plans on my birthday.
It's your birthday.
Yes.
We will be celebrating a birthday this week. This is our last broadcast.
Thank God.
23rd year on the air. So we got 23 years.
I thought you were saying it's the last broadcast.
Yeah. So next Saturday will be our first broadcast of our 24th year.
It's still sucking on air.
And our anniversary is April Fool's Day. No fooling. Also happens to be Bubble Boy's birthday. So it's kind of a double whammy. They cancel each other out.
He's 67.
Yeah.
AARP, here he comes.
Yep.
73.
Right.
Years young.
But yeah, it is kind of crazy to think.
73 and can hardly pee.
Huh. Okay.
I need to write cards.
Yeah, you know what? That would definitely be worth writing down, for sure. But yeah,
it comes with a little prick though.
Okay, just stop.
I said that last
it
year.
is our birthday, so next week we got to decide what are we going to do to celebrate should we?
I already told you, and you said, no, I don't want to do that.
Well, yeah, you're right. His idea, CJ was like, hey, man, you need to
pull
go
some
back
audio from the archives, little snippets and
from
fun
the
stuff.
annals of Scuba Radio history.
And he's like, no, I don't. It's too much work.
Right.
He's going to talk about himself for the first hour because he's going to be talking about his lobster dive.
Yeah, duh.
So that takes care of the first hour.
Right. Yeah, no, it would be way too much work to dig up like classic clips from Scuba Radio days gone by because, who cares?
But that'd
about
be
the
fun to
past?
hear that old stuff.
No, it'd be fun, but it'd be a lot of work. And, I'm always looking forward and thinking
you
that
lazy piece of.
I don't want to rest on our laurels. Have you
That's
heard?
That's not resting. That's the celebrating and looking back.
That's
what anniversaries are all about.
But look at this show that we did today. I mean,
well, I wouldn't pick from here.
Oh yeah, that's not a good example.
Nobody's name on the crew is Laurel.
Yeah.
So have all 23
or
years?
hearty handshake.
Wait, say that, Vinny.
Do you have all 23 years? Can you go back 23 years and pick any show you want?
Well, I could. I mean, it's the only way I can remember what the hell happened. So
you do have it all stored.
I usually block everything out.
Back when you were young. Back when you were young. Back when you were good looking.
Actually, it's funny. Jimmy Abernathy, who was on the beginning of the show today, I hadn't talked to him in years. And, when I called him last week to set up today's appearance.
He's like, you're still on the air?
No. He goes, my God. He goes, you gone gray. I'm like, no, I'm platinum blonde. That wasn't that funny, Kyle. Really?
Yes, it is.
Okay. No, but it has been a long
The eyes
run.
are the first to go.
So regardless, I don't know what we're gonna. I'm not a big fan of doing like best ofs of classic things and stuff. I mean,
You got to find a best of first.
Well, true. Yeah, there's
That's
a lot.
the challenge.
You got to wade through a lot of crap.
That'd be the show before Barry came on.
Greg, being new to the crew, I'd really like to hear some of the stories behind these guys.
See, and we don't really care about them, so we're not going to do that.
No, you don't.
Maybe
can't tell.
Here's the thing: it's our 24th year, so it's kind of a dead year, and COVID really screwed up everything. So my theory is maybe we do something special like what you're talking about, CJ, for our 25, which will be our silver anniversary.
You're only going to get lazier, though. You're not going to still want to put in.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll be a year from now.
A year from now, you'll say, "Hey, got the anniversary show come out." I'll say, "Yeah, why don't you pull some old clips?" Nah, screw that.
Well,
I can't. I got to go for my back cracking.
What the
oh,
hell?
yeah, we'll have back.
That's-
No,
That's
I've
you
never
in the
done
future.
that. No,
You will.
Oh
you're a
God.
liar. You don't know. You don't know what'll happen.
Bury the
Your
soothsayer.
back.
Bury
Here
the
we go.
bummer. Bury
There
the bummer.
he is. There he is, Greggy.
Okay. Anyway, it will be our anniversary, and it is no fooling our 24th
So
year
what?
on the
Nobody
air.
cares.
Yeah, well, maybe that's
24
why.
years
Not
is
even you
still
care,
sucky.
Greg.
No, I do care.
If you
of course I-
cared, you would pull some old audio, fun stuff to
No,
listen
what I'm
to.
trying to figure out is what could we do special to, entertain our listeners for the first time in 24 years that would make them want to listen.
Cut Barry's mic off.
Get Jerry.
Yeah,
That's a heavy request.
Maybe we just hand it over to the Barry and Jerry show and see how that would sound.
I think Vinny and Himmy.
Retired.
He retired.
Like, look, let's just say, let's just go back and kind of do, I don't know, Wonderful Life type of thing. Like, what if my monkey heart wouldn't have kicked in,
So in
5,
other
6
words,
years
you
ago?
want to do another puppet show?
No, I'm saying that we could kind of do like, hey, this is what would have
What would it
happened.
be like if Greg was not here?
Yeah. Would it have it still?
Wonderful Life.
What would have it turned into? The Jerry and Barry show is my guess. They would give people a glimpse of what could have happened if things wouldn't have panned out the way they did.
5,000 radio stations.
Yeah, it could have been something very successful, or more likely a total train wreck. Yeah. But that might be just as entertaining to listen to than what we usually do any week. You think? No, you don't think, CJ?
I think we should do a group show from the deck of a dive boat, some faraway place, drunken skunks.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea.
I like it, but that takes a little more than a week planning.
Yes. Come on. We don't do this because I want to work.
Wait a minute. He has a boat. It could be his boat.
Oh, that's right. Wait. Casey has a boat.
Thanks for volunteering.
Yes. Okay. So our 24th.
We'll be there.
On the air show from Casey's boat next week to celebrate. He'll surprise the food and the booze and everything.
That's right.
Oh, God bless him.
I need some Cuban.
See, that's what you get for speaking up, big dummy. All right, on that note, we'll wrap it up. Till next time, remember, it's always better where, gang?
Down where it's wet at.
Safe diving, everyone.
Pressurized air, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.